Okay, so we're going to finish up the notes we didn't get to last class, which is the second part of volume. So volume of a pyramid, remember, is just 1/3 base times height. Cone is the same thing. Here they wrote out the cone formula for you, what the base is. And so last class we did a couple of those practice. So flip over to the next page. This time it tells me a right cone has a radius of 5 feet and a slant height of 13 feet. What do I need to find the volume? What do you say? Yeah, base times height. So do I have the height? No. So how do I find the height? Pythagorean theorem. Yeah, is that one of our Pythagorean triples? So we need the height, which is our triple. Okay, if you don't know the triple, you just plug it into Pythagorean theorem and it works well. Okay. We're going to, for notes, we always do it in pi format and then get decimal answer. Because like I said, your test is multiple choice. It might have it in either format. Okay, so who can tell me, what do I do now to find the volume? So base times height, how do I find the area of the base? So pi 5 squared, which equals 25 pi. So then I just have 1/3 of the 25 pi times 12. Can anyone mental math that one? Yeah, 300 pi divided by 3, so 100 pi.
Well, I thought it was, you said it was base equals, or area equals base times height divided by 3. Isn't the height 13?
No, slant height's 13, so the height's the 12 that we found. So that is a really important point. Remember, height always has to be perpendicular to the base. Okay, that's why slant height is represented by the letter L. Why it's a different one. So 100 pi, can you, without the calculator, tell me what that would be when we multiplied it out? 159, so round to 16, right? You guys are good. All right, and then we're at feet squared or feet cubed? Yeah. And the shortcut, if you're doing mental math, is divide first. So I did 12 divided by 3 to get 4, and then 4 times 25 is 100. That's the formula. So when we're in volume of a pyramid, because we're not going straight up to fill in the whole cube, we're just going to a point and it comes out to 1/3. Okay. All right, a pyramid with a square base has a volume of 128 cubic inches and a height of 6 inches. Find the side length. So how am I going to set this one up? You could. You don't have to, but if you want to draw a square, this is the way I draw pyramids. Draw a square, draw a dot above it, connect the sides. Okay, so what is the formula for the volume of a square pyramid? Base times height. And the base of a square is? No, how do you find the area of a square? Yeah. So length times width, which if it's a square, the length and width are the same, right? So I could do side times side, which gives me side squared. That's an S. Or would it help if I work it out as x instead? Yes. Okay. So base equals x squared. Okay. And they already told me the height equals the 6. So I just set up my formula of the 1/3 base is x squared. I'm sorry. 1/3 x squared times the 6 inches they gave me equal 128. What's 1/3 of 6? 2. So 2x squared equals 128. divide by 2. What does x squared equal? 64. Do we know the square root of 64? Could it be negative 8 also? But in this problem, could it be negative 8? No, why not? Yeah, we can't ever have a negative side, we only have a positive side. So in theory, if this isn't a measurement problem, it could be negative also. So our answer is just 8. Alright, what's different about the next example? So it's still a pyramid, it's just instead of a square base, it's a rectangular base this time. And so we have volume equals 6, the length is 3, the width is 1.5, find the height. So I have that same formula, 1/3 base times height. How do I find the area of the base of this one? 3 times 1.5. What does that come out to? 4.5. And so my equation is just 1/3 times 4.5 times the h I need to find equals 6. See if you can solve that faster than me. We're trying to find the height. Give me a thumbs up when you have it. Alright, 2 people, 3 people. 4 people, 5. Alright, someone tell me, what answer did you get? 4. Does anyone need me to show you those steps? We're good on that one? Alright, do you want to try the next one in groups or together as a class?
Wait, I got 4.5.
Should have come out to just 4, so we'll check. Okay, so I'm going to pause the recording. We're going to... Okay, so how many of you got this far in working it out?
Me.
Okay, so that would have been our basic equation. And then when you solved it, what did you do next? What did you do? And then we divide by 3, right?
Yeah.
So 12 pi h, 528. And last step? So, okay, so we would divide by 12 pi, or like you said, if you want to divide just 12 first and then divide pi second, or if you want to multiply them out first and then divide. But that's the step. It should come out to 14.67.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Okay, so what questions do we have?
So I did for like, so I solved for like the base and, or the surface area, and it says for the surface area of a cone that it's pi radius length plus pi radius squared.
No, because it said the volume is 528. So for volume, you have to use this formula of just 1/3 pi radius squared times height. What's your question?
Would I do 12 times pi and then divided by pi?
Well, it needs to be 528 divided by, but yeah, you could do 12 times pi first, get that decimal, and do 528 divided by that. Did anyone get 138.23? Okay, so when I first entered into the calculator, I did that. I tried dividing by 12 pi, but the calculator read that as divide by 12 and then multiply the whole thing by pi. So if you're doing that, just make sure you type things in the calculator. We can do divided by 12 and push enter, divide by pi to get the 14. Or you can do 528 divided by, and then do parentheses 12 pi. Yeah, I got 14.01 too, so I don't know why my answer key says 0.67. So as you're doing these in the calculator, just check to make sure what you entered, what the calculator totaled is what you meant to enter, okay?
So if it does give you the volume, then you don't have to find the area.
Right. I mean, you plug it into the formula. But yeah, we don't have to find surface area if we're working a volume problem. Okay, next one. Find the volume of the composite solid. What do we have to find here?
Area.
Yeah, just the volume of both the cones. So, it's not surface area, so we don't have to look at, hey, these surfaces aren't showing. We just add volume of both cones. And so remember, it's just 1/3. If we do the straight formula, pi radius squared times height. And so my first cone, what is the radius? So pi 7 squared. What is the height of that first cone? 6. And then what is the height of my second cone? And is the radius the same 7?
Yes.
Can anyone mental math that leaving pi as pi?
All of it?
98 pi.
98 pi.
All right. Do we need to go through the steps?
Yeah.
Okay, so just 7 squared times 2, and then 7 squared times 10 divided by 3. Are we good?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so, yeah. So if you want to do it this way, just do 49 squared times 6 divided by 3. Yeah, so this is, if you're putting in the calculator, just do, 49 squared times 6 divided by 3 to get, that's too big. 7 squared times 6 divided by 3, because the 1/3 is the same as divided by 3, to get 98. Oh, that one's 98 pi. And then what's our second one? So then 7 squared times 10 divided by 3. And that one gives me a fraction that I'm going to put in decimal format. Okay, so then what are those when we add them together? Yeah, so we're going to first leave it in pi. Okay, and then when we multiply it times pi, 821.0. Yeah, what I got was just 821.003. Okay. All right, we seem to have lost our one talker part of class. Okay, do you guys need a minute to explain this to your groups?
No.
You ready to go on to the last page?
No, wait. I'm on thank you. I want to find the area of the circle times
And then what answer did you get? The same answer? Okay. All right, guys. Boys is back off. Look up here. So Aixa discovered a shortcut. She said, well, it's actually the same thing if you just do the 1/3 pi 7 squared times the whole 16. Comes out to the same answer. And so it came out to the same 821.
More.
Okay. So that's a shortcut. 261 pi, right? And then when you multiply pi back out, it'd come back to that. So that's another option if you have a figure just like this. All right, you guys, last thing is spheres. Spheres are super easy. And I'll continue once we're back to our one talker. Can you wait till we're finished with these notes? All right, I have almost everyone looking up here. All right, thank you. Okay, what is the surface area of a sphere formula? And what is the formula for volume? Okay, so all you have to remember here is make sure you use the right formula, okay, whether it's volume or whether it is surface area. What do these exercises 1 through 4 ask us to find? Surface area. All right, so Anthony, what formula do I use for surface area of a sphere?
The surface area of the sphere, S equals 4 pi r.
And what is our radius in problem 1?
Me?
Yeah.
The radius is 5 centimeters.
Yeah. Okay, can you mental math 5 squared times 4? So 100 pi. Centimeters squared or cubed? Ooh, what are we dealing with? Yeah, squared, because we're back to area, surface area. Okay, and then if we want a decimal answer, it would be 3.14 what?
3.1416.
Wait, what?
So if you just type in 100 pi into your calculator. All right, on our next one, I'll take a volunteer to tell me what is our radius on this next one. 4.5, okay? So do pay attention to, did they give you diameter or radius? Yeah. And so I just plug it in, 4 pi, 4.5 squared. Can anyone mental math that one?
81 pi.
Yeah, I can't mental math it, but it does come out to 81 pi. What is it, 54 point? All right, our next two shapes are what type of shapes? So they're half spheres. It's so. What do you think we will do to find the surface area of this? So we would do our 4 pi r squared divided by 2 because it's half. And so then that equals 2 pi radius squared. But what about the bottom? Is there a flat circle there too? So we do have to add the circle base because this one has an actual base. Okay, what's the formula for the circle? Pi r squared. So what we're going to do for this is going to become 2 pi radius squared plus pi radius squared. What's our radius in this one?
1.
Yeah. So it's 2 pi 1 squared, which is just 1, plus pi 1 squared, which is just 1. What does that come out to?
3 pi.
3 pi is our answer. Feet squared. And then if we get it in decimal answer, what's it give us?
9.
Did someone get the decimal for me? So 424, which rounds to 402. Okay, I'm going to pause the recording. We're going to take 1 minute, so simple problem. See if you can do that same thing for problem 4. Do you want to ask someone to help you, someone who already did the math? Alright, what did you guys get for 11.2 squared?
I got 125.44.
125.44. And then times 2. 250.88 pi plus 125.44 pi. So 376.32 pi. And then when we multiply out pi, what's it come out to?
1182.24.
Okay, say that again. 824. Decimals or not?
Yeah.
0.24. Okay. And so that is meters squared. Alright, when you have that, flip over to the last page of notes for this packet. Okay. Madison, what are we asked to find in problems 5 through 8?
In problems 5 through 8, we are asked to find the volume of a sphere.
Okay. And so what is the formula for volume of a sphere?
Volume of a sphere is 4 over 3 pi r 3 cube radical or whatever.
Okay. So, the first one, did it give us a radius or a diameter? So what would our radius be?
7.5.
Okay. So all we're going to do is 4/3 pi 7.5 cubed. So let's make sure you guys all know how to enter 4/3 and cubed in the calculator. So in your calculator, you can control divide. Gives you that fraction box, so you can do 4/3 that way. Or you can do like times 4 divided by 3. And then I'm not entering pi because I want it in pi format, so I enter 7.5. And then this little up arrow beside the x squared is what gives me the box to be able to type in 3. Okay? So check. Everyone make sure you can get 562.5 in your calculator for this problem.
I got it.
Is this one inches squared or inches cubed? Why is it inches cubed?
Because it's volume.
Because it's volume now. Okay? And then when you multiply that out, it's 170.15 inches cubed. Because like we talked about, your test answers or like your big ideas answers, they might ask for either format. So make sure you know how to find both. Okay. The next 3 problems are exactly the same, and so in interest of time, we're going to skip them.
Can we do
which one? I'm going to go ahead and finish the video. I will write in the answers here, and then you can come back and make sure you can get that answer. So this one, when it's multiplied all the way out, should come to this. This one would be 523.3 inches cubed. That's what my answer key says. If your decimals are off, I would...
I got
9202 for this one. Okay, let's check it. So it should be and then times pi 13 cubed. Yeah, you're right. So my answer key must be wrong. They must have been rounding differently. Okay. And then this one comes out to 4/3 pi times 25. What does that come out to? Oh no, sorry, not 25. What's 5 cubed? 125.
Oh, 5 cubed.
Yeah. Yeah, so 523.6 if you're doing it without any rounding. Are you making sure to cube? Because that's the biggest mistake on these, is making sure you do the exponent 3. So exponent 3, like I just showed you, is this one here. So if you do like 5, push this button, and then 3. Okay, so last three examples. What's it ask us to find in number 9? Diameter of a sphere. What does it give us? Surface area. So what was that surface area formula?
4 times pi r squared.
Okay, so 4 times pi r squared equals 144 pi. And so I divide by 4 pi. Pi's cancel out. What's 144 divided by 4? Equals 36. So radius squared equals 36. What is my radius equal? So what is my diameter equal? Easy, right? Alright, what's the next one it asks us for? So it asks us to find the volume. What does it give us? Surface area. So we start out the same way. 4 pi radius squared equals 256 pi. What's 256 divided by 4?
64.
Alright. So our radius squared equals 64. What's our radius equal? Radius equals 8. And then we plug it into volume of 4/3 pi 8 cubed. Alright, who can get that answer faster than me? Okay, so if we're leaving pi as pi, I got 682.67 pi. And then if you put it into decimal format, what did it come out to? And so, and those are inches cubed. To me, the decimal answer makes more sense because we have decimals even in the other answer. But ask me after this last example. Alright, last one. So this one you're going to do yourself and then show me your answer and then move on to your big ideas assignments.